This might not be the video you're expecting if you're expecting the Great Escape video, but today I'll be talking about some of the dramas and shows I've been watching from the start of this year till now. And I did have a period in COVID where I had a lot more free time, so I watched the bulk of those there. But also this will explain where I'm at and like why I'm not currently making the Great Escape videos. I also wanted to make this because originally I wanted to make separate review videos like I did for Itaewon Class and Kingdom, the same thing except for like hospital playlist, but I decided like I don't have too much time now, so I'm just going to do a mini review through this. The first one I watched is The Untamed at the beginning of the year, and I think it was like really hyped last year when it was airing, but I got to it a bit late. I would recommend it. Like, it doesn't have the highest production costs in terms of Chinese dramas, but I thought the story was pretty engaging and it was quite fun to see the plot play out, especially in the later episodes. And of course, if you're into like idol drama, so to speak, then this would probably be a good watch for you. Then Kingdom Season 2 I already did a review on, so I won't talk about it, but I really did enjoy that one. And then I started watching some older dramas because I had the time. So I watched Tunnel. Honestly, the concept is very similar to Signal. It's just done in a slightly different way. I personally prefer Signal over Tunnel because I thought the story was a little bit more tight and well written than in Tunnel, but I would still recommend watching Tunnel if you're interested in this type of genre for time travel and also mystery. And then I watched Stove League. Stove League was not that popular internationally, I think, but I did hear some like Korean celebrities talking about it. Notably, I think Tablo from Epic High really liked it, so I just decided to watch it. I would say it's a really good drama, but it's not like one of my personal favorites. But there's nothing I can really criticize about it either. So if you like baseball or even just sports dramas and not so much like the action of it, but like more the behind the scenes, what's it called? Like the team, that aspect, I think you'll enjoy watching Stove League. And then, yes, so I was watching Great Escape Season 3, and I was making videos, as you can see from my channel, but I kind of stopped at the Achaland episode in terms of making my videos for it, because I was waiting for subtitles at that time, and now I think there's subtitles up to episode 11, which was released today or yesterday. But honestly, like, to be honest, I kind of stopped watching The Great Escape because when I was waiting, it was like around this time, like when I was watching Road to Kingdom and everything. So I got like really obsessed with Road to Kingdom, and I just haven't felt like watching The Great Escape yet, like with subtitles. So I will get back to it eventually, but I don't know if that will be in a couple weeks or maybe in a few more months. But I'm pretty sure I'll have like all the videos out, all my reviews out by the end of the year. And next is Itaewon Class. Again, I already made a review for that, so I won't talk about it here. And then after Itaewon Class, I started reading Tower of God, which is a webtoon. I think it's probably, well, I haven't read many webtoons, but like even compared with manga, it's one of the best written in terms of plot, and it's just really cohesive. I also watched the anime for that, but I would recommend reading the webtoon. And it is all translated in English as well on the official webtoon site, so you have no excuse not to read it. After Tower of God, I watched Extracurricular, I think like pretty close to when it was released on Netflix. And it's also interesting just because the main actor for that, he was also in Itaewon Class. I personally thought it was like a really wild ride, a really dark drama too, especially considering that like the main cast are young adults or like teenagers, and the fact that they chose to center the plot around that particular topic. Yeah, it was really dark and heavy, and personally, I didn't really like that because, like, even for some things where it might be realistic, like showing the kids smoking in school and stuff like that, I don't know, I have like a strong opinion about it, so I didn't really enjoy watching that, and I think they left this drama as like as realistic as it could be. So it didn't necessarily tell you that like smoking is bad or something like that, or like the kids shouldn't do it. They just showed them doing it in the scene. So yeah, I think like I personally would not recommend it. But I guess like for anyone looking for action or just like a really, really fast paced drama, you could watch Extracurricular. And then after that, or like at the same time, Hospital Playlist was airing. And for Hospital Playlist, I really enjoyed that one. And I think I already knew that I would like it because I watched Prison Playbook, I think a few years back, but I really enjoyed that one. So I knew I would like this. And I'm glad that it got really popular in Korea, especially the OSTs, because they're all really, really good. Also, the OSTs, if you've heard of it, you might already know this, but they're all remakes of old songs. And I think there's like a resurgence of that. You can also see in How Do You Play, because a lot of these old songs are popping up again, and a lot of them are well suited for summer songs. So it's just like perfect timing for that. I'm really looking forward to season 2 next year for Hospital Playlist. And then, actually, I may not have put this in the right order, but then afterwards, or at the same time, I was watching 3 Meals a Day Fishing Village, which is a variety show by NAPD. And to be quite honest, it's the kind of show where you just watch when you're eating because they're cooking like food and you can't not be eating when you're watching it. So honestly, I actually haven't finished it yet because I just stopped after like episode 5 or something. Again, because I got obsessed with Road to Kingdom later. So yeah, I still have to finish that, but I think it'll be a pretty easy watch. And I really love the cast in it and also the guests they brought on. Then after that, I watched a Taiwanese drama, Someday or One Day. I really, really recommend this one. And I think I would say that it's gone into my favorites list. It's also a time travel drama, but it's more focused on kind of the romance aspect, but also, if I could say, like school life. First of all, I really liked the main cast in it, and although it was a bit jarring to go from Korean dramas to this, because I felt, especially at the beginning, some of like the acting or the comedic acting especially was a bit off for me, but later as the plot picked up, I got really into it. And I really like the themes that they dealt with. I won't spoil it, but If you watch till the end, you'll know what I'm talking about. It deals with quite serious topics. Also, it's quite a short drama. It's only 13 episodes. So again, there's like no reason not to watch it. Afterwards, as I mentioned several times before, I watched Road to Kingdom. And Road to Kingdom is your typical idol survival. Road to Kingdom is the sequel to Queendom, which aired, I want to say last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago. But it's a survival show for boy groups. I think there were 7 boy groups in the beginning, and then 2 gets eliminated. 2 of them get eliminated along the way. But the winner, which is either 1 or 2 boy groups, gets to go to Kingdom, which will start airing in, I think it's August or is it September, so pretty soon. And I got really into it because I got really into one of the groups on and off. Yeah, so I'm still very deeply invested in the fandom right now, and until I kind of like ease off on that, I probably won't be watching The Great Escape or finishing 3 Meals a Day just yet. After Road to Kingdom was Good Girl. It kind of aired at like right after the show in terms of Mnet's schedule. And yeah, I thought that was a really nice show, and it was awesome that someone on Reddit was able to sub it so quickly. So shout out to you. And I was a bit surprised that it was only 8 episodes. I was expecting it to be 10 episodes, but I think maybe just because of COVID and everything, it's a bit hard to film, even though they managed to get like an audience in for every episode. And finally, I put How Do You Play? So this is the NBC variety show led by Yoo Jae-suk, and it's kind of like the continuation of Infinite Challenge, you could say, although it's mostly just him hosting the show now. And I put at the end not because I started it at the end. I think I started it last year when it... Did it come out last year or did it come out this year? But anyways, I started close to when the show began. So that was at least a couple months ago. But I put it at the end because I'm still watching it, and the segment right now with Sak 3 is one of the best segments, I think, in How Do You Play. And there was like the Chicken Doctor You segment before that, which I did like. But yeah, I think this segment is one of the best right now, just because it's not just Yoo Jae-suk himself, but he also brought back Hyori and Rain, and that's an awesome combination. Also because Family Outing was the first variety show that I got into, I have a really soft spot and really like seeing Yoo Jae-suk and Hyori together, and it's just really awesome to see them right now together on the show. I also really like the songs that they're creating. Before this segment, I would say my favorite segment was probably like the very first, or like technically I think third one, but it was Uplash, where he became a drummer and then they created different songs using his beat. So what I really liked about that was them like seeing the process of different musicians creating the song. And we still get to see some of that here, where we have like different songs made for them, made for their group. So I really enjoy that aspect, which is why I think this is one of my favorite segments. So there you have it. Those are all the dramas and shows and one webtoon that I got into in the first half of 2020. I don't know if I would say this is a lot, because I feel like some other people probably watched way more than me. But for me, yeah, it was a good way to pass the time, especially when I was less busy before. And hope you stay tuned for my videos on The Great Escape later. Again, I don't know when those will come out. It really depends on when I feel like watching it again, but definitely before the end of this year. Thanks for watching and hope you all stay safe. Bye.